pan already set up to do dishes. We're already boiling our tea kettle to wash the dishes. In England, they are really utilities are really high, and my cousin's taught me that. We're preheating the oven at 400 degrees to put the chicken in. We're defrosting the kitchen in the microwave, and then let me show you my setup for um, containers. We have all the containers. We have breakfast, 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 lunch, 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 lunch. Um, so yeah, the first thing is preheat the oven for 400 degrees, and we're going to defrost the chicken in the microwave. So we're defrosting the chicken right now. We're also going to put 10 eggs in a pot. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. And then we're going to put cold water over the egg. We've got a bench of eggs, make sure it's cold. Not hot. Okay, now we're to boil those eggs carefully. So we'll put them without the lid on. Okay, and now we're gonna put some butter in the pan for the chicken. I don't know why my phone's broken. We're trying to meal prep. Okay, here we go. So we have the water already in the dish stand. We're putting butter in the pan now. The chicken is defrosted. The oven is at 400 degrees. We have our pan lined with parchment paper. Saves easy for cleanup. And then you want to set yourself up for success. You have to have a clean sink. So we already have our dish pan in here with water, and then we're literally boiling a tea kettle right now. You'd be surprised at how much water, hot water, vinegar, and baking soda clean stuff. I use butter, not olive oil. Right now, we're doing a sugar detox. Over the next 3 days, I have an event on the 27th, and I want to be a skinny little lady puppy. So I've done this multiple times. My weight usually fluctuates like 20 pounds a year. So this is what I eat for 3 days to kick it off. It's 21 days, and the idea is that you cut out all sugar for 3 days to recalibrate your taste buds. So we're literally just going to be eating protein from like eggs and meat. If you're a vegetarian, just log off now because I don't know how to help you. And then vegetables that have 5 grams of carbohydrates or less. So what does that mean? Basically, you can only eat salad, cucumbers, lettuce, mushrooms, asparagus, broccoli, and spinach are going to be our go-tos, and we're going to be having eggs. So right now we have the pot with eggs in it. I have 10 hard-boiled eggs. Well, we're hard boiling them now. In the pot, the oven is set to 400 degrees. You guys, if you already have all your ingredients, you can do this with me. We have a cucumber, we have mushrooms, and then let me show you my meal prep things. So I have all my containers laid out for what we're eating. We're literally going to basically be eating. Oh, here's the tea. We're basically going to be eating eggs, chicken, and vegetables for 3 days. Here's the chicken. I just defrosted it. We're going to put it in the pan at high heat, and we're going to sear it on each side for 3 minutes. Um, it's seasoned with like Italian dressing. So we're gonna put that. Oh, it's not defrosted all the way. I'm gonna put this back in the microwave really quick. Make sure you wash your hands a bunch because that's like literally, well, I guess that's COVID taught us that. Wash your hands and don't touch your face. it's from beginning to end, it should probably take us like 35 minutes, then clean up, maybe add another 10 minutes. So is everybody trying to be like, what are your goals? Build muscle, lose weight? What are your guys' goals in the thing? DJ, what does that mean? Do you guys have any goals? Do you have any like fitness goals or meal prepping goals? You want to build muscle? Do you lose fat? Do you want to build muscle? Lose fat with meal prepping? We're trying. Hi, we are trying to be skinny little lady puppies. Okay, it's defrosted now. So we're gonna put the chicken and we're gonna sear it on each side for 3 minutes, high heat. It's seasoned with like Italian vegetables and things like that. So we're gonna put it in a pan, and then we're gonna wash our nasty chicken hands. Ew. I'll be right back while I wash my gross chicken hands. Again, a couple things that we set up is the second. Right now we have the oven preheated to 400 degrees. Um, and the eggs are, we're bringing them to boil, our hard boiled eggs. And we wash our hands for our nasty chicken stuff. We put butter in the pan. We're searing the chicken 3 minutes on each side. And we also have our hot water set up for cleanup. Our tea kettle is boiled. Parchment paper is going to save your life for cleanup. And then we have our, this is going to be our breakfast and this is going to be our lunch for the next 4 days. So the idea behind the sugar detox is that you literally eat only protein and vegetables for 3 days. And then by the fourth day, you can eat an apple and it's going to recalibrate your taste buds. Obviously, don't do this if you don't have permission from your doctor or anything crazy like that. But I put on quite some weight over the winter. We're going to cut our cucumber really quick for our salad. I don't know if you guys like see from cutting here. I wish I could. Ah! When you hold the knife, actually, a lot of people go like this. You'll get tired. You can hold it like this. There's my cucumber. And now we're gonna cut it. Just gonna with this pan. Okay. I'm gonna cut the whole thing because I'm gonna put it in salad. So basically, what we're gonna be eating for the next 3 days is mixed greens, mushrooms, asparagus, and eggs for breakfast, hard boiled eggs for snacks and a salad, and then chicken and either asparagus and broccoli for the next 3 days. Some people are gonna be like, oh, I can't eat the same thing for 3 days. And I'm gonna be like, well, do you really want this? Do you want to be a skinny lady puppy? I'm 165 pounds right now. I promise you, by the end of this detox, I will be down to 155, 21 days later. Um, all right, so we cut the cucumbers. We're just gonna set those aside. And now we're gonna flip our chicken in about a minute. We're gonna flip our chicken, um, which will be nice. While we're doing that, I am a big fan of frozen vegetables. So we're gonna start cooking our broccoli. We're literally gonna put it in there for 4 minutes. For the first bag, make sure you put the right side up. This side up 4 minutes while you're cooking your chicken. This is like lazy girl, skinny girl fitness. Ah, 4 minutes. Yay. If you're using a nonstick pan, you always want to use the rubber on it so you don't pull the Teflon off of it. How long have I been a female? I'm not. The wackiest questions come through here since I was born in utero, my whole life. Because everybody starts as a female. Did you know that? All right, now we're gonna flip the. I can't believe somebody has the audacity to ask that. Now we're gonna flip the chicken. So it's 3 minutes on the other side because I have like a Jennifer Garner jawline. You guys are some wild and crazy kids out there. Dennis. All right, now we're gonna sear the chicken on the other side for 3 minutes. And while that's happening, we're gonna portion our lettuce into our bowls for breakfast. So we have mixed greens here. I like to get them pre-washed. So we're gonna just throw them in the bin. Anything if you're like neurospicy, then you're ADHD, then nobody wants you want to reduce your friction. So if everything's pre-portioned and stuff like that, you literally just have to open the refrigerator and then call it a day. So we're literally throwing lettuce into bowls. Everybody can do that. But this is what we're gonna eat for breakfast. We're gonna eat this and we're gonna eat it with 2 eggs that we'll cook in the morning, which will be super easy. Literally takes you a minute to fry an egg. And then with asparagus and mushrooms on the other side of the plate for breakfast, and avocado, which I forgot to purchase. So here's what we're doing. All right. I like to use up the produce first because if not, then it dies a sad death in my refrigerator. So I'm probably gonna eat salad for 2 times this week. Um, so I'm gonna take a thing of asparagus away and a thing of broccoli, and we'll eat salads 2 days. There we go. Let's throw this back in the microwave because I don't want the salad to go bad. You know what I mean? All right. We have about a minute left on the chicken before we put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. When you sear it, it gets this nice brown effect on it. Our eggs are still waiting for them to boil. Put down. So the chicken, we're literally chicken talking. So we are literally eating protein and vegetables for the next 3 days. People are like, oh, I can't eat the same thing for 3 days. And I'm like, well, do you want to be skinny or not? The idea is to recalibrate your taste bud on the day 4, then you get to eat an apple and it tastes super sweet. All right, so our chicken is now here on the side for about 3 minutes. So we're gonna move it over to the parchment paper, slide it in the oven. We also have our hard boiled eggs going. And now we're gonna take this pan that we just cooked the chicken in, and we're gonna actually add some more butter because I like butter. There's cholesterol in it. And people are like, cholesterol's bad for you. I'm like, no, it's not. Everybody needs cholesterol. It's what makes your blood flow. Too much is bad, but whatever. So I'm gonna add butter to the pan, turn it down just a little bit, and then I'm going to throw the mushrooms in here that I forgot to peel, pull the little caps out. So we're gonna pull the little caps out, and I like to use my nasty chicken defrosted bowl to put the things in there. For mushrooms, you want to be careful that you don't wash them because they get soggy. Like you have to like really dry them. Otherwise, mushrooms get soggy if you make them super wet. So we have our little mushroom caps. So I'm gonna throw them in the pan that we just cooked the chicken in. Our broccoli is done, so I'm gonna finish this. And I'm gonna portion out the broccoli. Does anybody know we're spicy? Like, because I would hope that you guys would be logging on to like cook with me and not just watch me. Like, I want you to actually like do this with me. Like, let's hold each other accountable. A lot of times when I buy stuff from Wegmans, everything's like pre-washed and then washed again because I'm nuts. I'm like, let me just get this done. Now we put this in the trash. All right. So now we're going to open up our broccoli and let that drain it a little bit. And now we'll portion it into our food. So I literally will eat this full bag of broccoli for lunch with the chicken. Like you can't OD on broccoli. So that's the broccoli. With our asparagus. So we're cooking our asparagus for 4 minutes in the microwave. So our asparagus is in the microwave. We have our um, eggs waiting to be hard boiled. We're okay with muffins for breakfast. It'll take long. And then our chicken is now in the oven at 400 degrees. We seared it on both sides for 3 minutes. We threw it in the oven for probably like 15 minutes at 400 degrees. There's a nice little browning crust on it. We're doing, give me a holler. Who's watching? Um, so we're trying to be little skinny lady puppies and do a sugar detox so we can get fit for our glow up. I'm just gonna add some butter to the butter. Okay. And now we're in a pretty good spot. I can put my greens away back in the fridge. And while I'm in here, let's get rid of some nasty stuff that we no longer need, like these dead strawberries. Uh, okay, so this can go in the trash along with these decrepit mushrooms. Anybody Nora spicy? Like doesn't know how to do things. Sucks at life. That's me. Welcome to all aboard the Hot Tub Express. Choo choo. Okay. Are our eggs going yet? Or not? There's our mushroom. So we're doing our little sugar detox. We preheated the oven for 400 degrees to put the chicken in. We seared the chicken on each side for 3 minutes. It's in the oven. We have our hard boiled eggs working. We have our containers lined up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We also have our sink ready to go for washing the dishes. We also boiled tea water to put it in here so we can wash dishes. Woo! So now we're just waiting for the eggs to boil and the chicken to cook and the asparagus to be done. We also have a load of laundry in. All right, now I'm going to take my cucumbers and I'm going to put them in the salad, just the ones for lunch. I don't really have the best setup here for cooking. Sprinkle. So we're gonna have chicken and salad twice this week, and we're gonna have chicken and broccoli twice this week, and we're gonna have asparagus, mushrooms, salad, avocado, and a fried egg for breakfast 3 times in a row. Um, we're not gonna cook the salmon tonight. We're gonna cook the salmon on a different night. So some people are like, "You can't eat the same thing for 3 days," and I'm like, Well, then, do you really want to be fit? You can sub things out. You're basically just eating protein and vegetables that have net carbs less than 5 grams. Oh, Big South Philly. Yeah, I am in Big South Philly. Yeah, that's definitely East Coast. You're right. I'm from the East Coast. Our asparagus is done. Definitely East Coast. That's me. Sorry, I missed that. So we cooked our asparagus. We cooked our asparagus. Yes. Oh, thanks, Big South Philly 215. I love it. You're an amazing woman. Cool. Asparagus. That's gonna be our asparagus that we're gonna eat for breakfast. Hope you're not hooking up with anybody this week 'cause it don't exactly make you taste phenomenal. And we're gonna put our mushroom with our asparagus, and we're gonna eat that for breakfast. Maybe like a couple of asparagus things for breakfast just to give us like a little more fiber in the morning. Fiber is like the most underrated nutrient. Nobody ever talks about fiber anymore. All right, if you cook something like this, you don't want to put the lid on it right away. You want the steam to get out. Otherwise, it's gonna like, I mean, vegetables is probably okay, but they're gonna get like a little soggy, and I don't want them to do that. Also, if you don't want them to turn green, you blanch them, which means you run cold water over them, which I really hate nasty asparagus. So I'm literally gonna. Some people give them an ice bath, but if you run cold water on them, it stops them from cooking anymore, and then you're not gonna get that nasty like baby poo color vegetable. It's called blanching. I hope you love this view. All right. Ew. Oh, I lost the mushroom. Oh no. Like Alice in Wonderland. Oh, that looks good. Look at the color. What do you mean? How much do I spend in a day? The amount for food? Um, what did I spend today at the grocery store? So I shop at a couple different places. I shop at Aldi's because they have like cheap produce. I shop at Produce Junction if you're on the East Coast because they have cheap produce. And I'm not somebody who's going to spend money on organic stuff. Like there's so many chemicals all over the place. Like you got to pick your poison. You know what I mean? You don't need to buy organic bananas. You don't need to buy like, avocado. They have such a thick skin on them. One thing that you might be good to buy organic is apples because they have a really thin skin. But that's a great question. I will figure that out and get back to you. The chicken, I bought 8 chicken breasts probably for $18, between 18 and $25. I freeze them. So I'll buy like a family pack and I'll freeze a lot of stuff. Again, I'll buy the egg in the big carton 18 because eggs last a pretty long time. Um, butter, avocado, Produce Junction. Like you can literally get all of your produce at Produce Junction for less than $18. I'll get like berries, lettuce, cucumbers, carrots, peppers, big bags of it where I have to like give it away because there's so much. It's probably not the best quality, but we don't all make millions of dollars where we can eat everything like super clean and organic. Just wash the shenanigans out of that stuff. Um, and like sometimes I'll splurge and get stuff that's pre-made and pre-washed because it literally saves you so much time, but other times I'll just do it. Why are my eggs taking so long to boil? The chicken's in the oven at 400 degrees. We pan-seared it on both sides for 3 minutes, um, to give it, like, a little browning effect on it, and then we put it in the oven. We have everything portioned out. Here's our broccoli, here's our salad for lunch. This is our breakfast. So for breakfast, obviously we can't make the egg right now, that would be nasty, but we're gonna have the field greens with a half an avocado sprinkled with salt and pepper, 1 to 2 eggs for breakfast, fried egg, it gets runny and then it tastes really, really good, and then some asparagus and mushrooms. And then for dinner and lunch, we're literally just gonna have chicken and lettuce right now. I promise things will get more exciting, but if you really wanna, like, get that waistline and check really quick, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna throw our asparagus and our mushrooms in the fridge so I can show you that, and then our asparagus is done. We're gonna cook one more thing of frozen broccoli. Frozen broccoli, this was 2.19 a bag. So you figure what, that's less than $11 a meal. You know what I mean? And then what, I'm putting in like 30 minutes now to make it. Um, so I'll save time, like, when I just literally open my refrigerator, everything like, if especially if you're ADHD and are spicy, like, you wanna reduce the friction, so it's just first of all, we have a problem initiating the task, it's like, "Let's cook for ourselves," sounds awful, so we're just gonna do it all at once right now, but then when I literally open my fridge, all I have to do is take it out and then put it in the microwave. A lot of times also, I always forget. Oh, yeah. Carnivore's diet, absolutely. Protein and vegetables. I wouldn't do it forever, your body does need like, your brain needs glucose, so that's why you get, like, grumpy, but, yeah. It's and honestly, it's not even just like a diet, it's like a lifestyle change, and then you just cheat occasionally, you're just, like, recalibrating your taste buds and everything like that. Um, but there's really like, we really have no business eating things that come out of a bag as I'm literally defrosting broccoli. It's just cheaper that way. Alright, let's check this chicken. Let's look at the chicken. Nummy, nummy, nummy. Ooh. I'm just gonna stick a thermometer in it. So some people make their chicken be really nasty. They dry it out. Dry chicken is one of the most disgusting things you could put in your mouth. Chicken has to be at 165 degrees. The thigh has to be at 185 degrees. Like turkey, come cook turkey dinner with me because your auntie's making it bad. Um, let's see if it's the right. I also work in a restaurant, so I know like all of this shit about temperatures, stuff about temperature that I mean occurs. 140, 141, 143, 144. And don't forget that it's still gonna cook after you take it out. 'Cause I'm literally just sat here and let all the heat out of the oven. So it's at 156 degrees and it's slowly creeping up. So honestly, it's probably done because if I put it in the microwave to recook it, it's gonna bring up anyway. I'm gonna leave it in there for like for just 2 more minutes and then we'll call that part a day. But did you see the brown on it? Like brown, the searing it before you put it in the oven is the key for that nice little like crisp texture on the outside, but it still stays moist on the inside because ain't nobody wants dry chicken. That's disgusting. I'm gonna throw the eggs back in the fridge. So we're literally just making um our eggs are taking forever, man. Forever. They're taking forever. All right, well now we can start cleaning up. The asparagus is in here. So for the cleaning pan, I actually like to wipe it out with a paper towel first. It saves your sink because you don't want that stuff going down the drain. So I wipe all that oil out with a paper towel. We're done with the pan. Now we're just gonna like clean up mode. We're literally just waiting for the chicken. I'll remember the next time how much I spend. I should have realized that. I'll write it down the next time and I'll give a grocery store budget. So here's the pan, literally. I'm not gonna put it in my bin because then it gets all nasty. But we're gonna wash it real quick. Yes, come on. What up for you? Also, you want to let the pan cool a little bit before you do it because if not, then you're gonna burn it. But so you want to let the pan cool before you shove it in the sink. I love these little like Dobie pans. Um, but yeah, you want to literally clean your kitchen as soon as the stuff is over. Otherwise, your kitchen's gonna stay nasty. And I believe that like avoid it after that thing. You don't like when dishes stay in purgatory. You must dry them and put them away immediately. Husbands, this will save your relationships with your lives. No dishes in purgatory. You're either using them, you're washing them, or you're drying them, or they're in the cabinets, or they're in the dishwasher. Okay, so our pan is clean for the next time. We lost a mushroom. Rest in peace. And now we're gonna pull our chicken out. Mm. Oh, look. Yeah, look at the browning on that. Looks so good. Yummy. So now we're gonna put it in our portioned chicken and broccoli for one day, chicken and broccoli for another day. You could switch it up and have like chicken and asparagus. Lunch, lunch. I don't like to pre-cut the chicken for salads because first of all, I don't like cold chicken in my salad. Second of all, um, usually I would could put that in like a separate container, but literally I'll just take it out of the plate and I'll microwave it at work. But when you cut the chicken up and you reheat it, it gets dry and disgusting. And that's not for me. So here's our meals. We just have we're gonna soak this in our boiling water, little whatever. We don't have that many dishes. This clutch is parchment paper. Bye. Because now I literally don't have to wash that pan. Parchment paper will change your life. Screw aluminum foil. Get yourself some parchment paper. There's nothing nasty. I literally don't even have to wash that pan. Like, I will run some water and some soap on it, but it's good. Actually, I got a little chicken juice. 'Cause honestly, like, when you go get those things at the grocery store, those reusable containers, you might as well just invest in, like, a nice expensive pan from Williams Sonoma, buy some parchment paper, call it a day, because all those things times that you have to buy those things at the grocery store to, like, cook and then throw away the container, it's, like, too much money, plus it's all landing up in a landfill. These eggs are taking forever. I'm gonna log off to do the eggs. Our pan is clean, um, and now we just have our broccoli that we're gonna shove with the chicken, and we literally have our meals for the next breakfast and lunch for Monday, Tuesday, up until Thursday. So I'll probably do another meal prep on Wednesday for the rest of the week, and it'll be a little more exciting because then we'll start adding things back into our diet. So, like, on day 4, get ready, we're gonna eat an apple. It's gonna be amazing. And then we're gonna slowly add, like, milk sugar back in. So we'll slowly add, like, cheese back in and dairy, um, and we'll start to get more exciting, but this is just, like, the kickoff of the 3 days so that we can be skinny little lady puppies because that's what everybody wants to do. Alright, so those are our meals, and oh, I did the asparagus. I'm gonna put more lettuce in here just for one more breakfast, and then we'll be good to go. And then tomorrow I'll show you how to make an egg with our breakfast. And for the dressing, because ain't nobody gonna eat dry salad. My dressing is basil vinaigrette. There's less than 2 grams of carbohydrates, which is really good. So again, we're doing our sugar detox, we're eating the same thing for 3 days. We're trying to get our glow up. So save this if you couldn't meal prep with me and go home and do it. Um, I'm not gonna stay on for the eggs. They're taking a while, but I did hard boil 10 eggs because they make like the best snacks. Also, speaking of eggs, everybody's like, "Oh, what kind of protein bars am I gonna eat? Oh, what kind of this?" It's like my literally post gym workout meal is like a can of tuna fish and a hard boiled egg because I want to get the protein in so fast. So I live off like tuna fish and hard boiled eggs because it's better than a protein bar. It's cheaper than a protein bar. It's a better source of protein than a protein bar. And you can get the little packets of tuna like this and like have like a little container and a bowl and just like dump it in there and eat it immediately when you leave the gym. Like, stop wasting money on protein bars. Protein bars are so expensive. And they're just like, imagine eating a crab cake with like a whole bunch of filler. That's nasty. That's what your protein bar is. It's protein with a whole bunch of filler that's unnecessary for you to eat. Like, what do you need from a protein bar? You need fiber? Go eat like some cucumbers. I think the protein bar industry is just like utterly ridiculous. In a pinch, yeah, if you're like traveling and you need to go on an airplane and you need like food and stuff like that, cool. But for every day, like, I'm gonna eat a protein bar at the gym. That's why everybody's so freaking fat. They're like not eating the right stuff because there's just sold all this marketing crap. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent there. I'm just cleaning up the kitchen now. All right. And so it is time to go. And I hope that you guys save it for later if you didn't do it now. I'll try to hop on in the morning for just like 5 minutes to show you how to cook the egg. Um, I forgot to get avocado, so I'm gonna get that later. But if you have questions about the sugar detox or anything like that, put them in the comments. I'll make this video public. Um, and yeah, if you have any questions or whatever, ew, my lipstick's disgusting. Why didn't anybody be my friend and tell me that? Put the questions in the comments and I will answer them. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday.